Hi there, this is Joe from ShopTo, and this is our review for Battlefield 1 War Stories. While Battlefield games over the years have never really stood out for their campaign, this year DICE has decided to take a different tack, instead focusing on war stories of 5 separate individuals from World War One. What's great about these bite-sized war stories is that they all have fantastic production value, just as you would expect from the Battlefield series. They're also heavy in action. Therefore, while you still learn of the protagonist's background, thanks to some fantastic cutscenes which glue together the story, most of the time you'll be in the heat of the action, trying your best to cause as much damage as possible. There are certainly some interesting stories told, all of which can be played in any order you see fit. I personally started off with Through Mud and Blood. Here you take control of a tank nicknamed Bess by its crew. Throughout the story, your aim is to get Bess from one end of the battlefield to the other, and there's certainly plenty of obstacles in your way as you attempt this, be that other tanks, huge guns, or loads of foot soldiers. You'll also be required to get out of the tank at points, either to perform repairs, as is the fastest way, or you'll go on a hunt for spark plugs through a village, taking down soldiers as you go. Another story sees you play as Luca, an armoured Italian soldier keen to back up his brother, who has been sent out onto the field. Luca follows him, heavily armoured up, which is an interesting way to play, as no matter what the enemy throw at him, it's hard to cut him down. Later on he loses his armour in a spectacular way, and then things become really challenging thanks to the sheer amount of enemies, all of whom are armed with things like flamethrowers and more. The story ends with Luca finding the fate of his brother, although you want to find out for yourself how that turns out. One of the stories I enjoyed the most was that of Clyde Blackburn, a gambler and thief who gets muddled up in the war. Taking the role of a pilot after acquiring an aircraft, Clyde's adventure is quite exciting as you dogfight through the skies and try to avoid being shot down. It all starts off simply enough as you're raised into flying and learn how to take out both aircraft and ground targets using your guns and missiles. Things later on step up though, and you'll find yourself in all manner of situations, even being on the ground at one point as you attempt to save the life of both yourself and your partner. There's a few more missions too, one where you take control of Frederick Bishop, the playable protagonist within a mission known as the Runner. The final story meanwhile takes place in time of Lawrence of Arabia and sees you play as a female protagonist known as Zara. Zara's out to help Warrens stop a technologically advanced train from destroying the rebel villages and their families. Given that the enemy has better technology and is in greater numbers, the way to win this mission is with stealth. No matter what story mission you play in Battlefield 1, it's fair to say that it looks absolutely stunning. Each of the stories offer a different take on the war and different environments, but each are a joy to behold. Whether you're in the muddy grounds of no man's land, flying through the skies, or riding on horseback across the desert, the level of detail is mind-blowing. Battlefield 1's war stories will likely take you around 5-7 hours to complete, and then that will be about it. However, thanks to a wide variation and focus more on action than on storytelling, it's a pretty action-packed time that you'll be spending with the game. That's not to say the story isn't there, as you'll certainly get some pretty heartbreaking and sometimes even some heartwarming moments too. Of course, the main meat of Battlefield 1 was always going to be the multiplayer, and we'll have plenty more on that soon, but just so you know that the War Stories campaign is well worth playing, especially since it now comes with some pretty impressive bite-sized chunks that help capture the feel of what it must have been like to be involved in a truly global conflict. This has been Joe from ShopTo. Thanks for joining us for this video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for now, bye.